Hi everyone and welcome to Rome or Rome Airport. We have arrived a while ago and waiting for my brother whose flight was delayed. Yeah, this is the beginning of the vlog. I'm gonna take you along with us. We're gonna take the train to Rome itself because it's like a 30-minute train ride, and then we're gonna get on discovering whatever. We're here for a week, so there's a lot to show you. Okay, so we have now exited our terminal and we are going towards the trains, which are towards Terminal 3. Wait, because I'm lost. Very busy, very busy. So Terminal 3 here, and then there's a crossing towards the train station that way. And here is where you have to move towards the train and not get run over by people. And it's really busy apparently. And then we continue by going up towards the train sign, and as you can see also train ticket sign. So, and also there's quite a bit of places to buy them, so let's see. So these things, the train, you can buy it here, or there's also more of the spots available there further in the distance in the hallway, or you can go to like those ticket offices if you want to. So here you have like the timetable of the trains, but you can also check on the Trenitalia website like which train goes to your destination or your stop, because here it's only the final stop and no in-between stations. So there we go, all figured out. We can go to Roma Ostiense. So tickets, you go through the gates and you go to the train, which is waiting for us. Righty, important informazione discovered by my brother, just not taking the credit. So these tickets, I think I mentioned that we have to choose the time, but actually you don't have to choose the time, because at the bottom it says it's valid for 1.5 hours from validation. So you can buy it a little bit up front. Thanks for hitting. Or you can, if you miss your train, you can still use this ticket, which, to be honest, is really important information that was not clear from the machines. So there you go. Alright, the true test whether this microphone can actually mute the background noise. Let me actually use the mute function. Should be working now. We have arrived in a train station called Roma Ostiense, and now we are walking to our accommodation to leave our luggage, because we can't check in still for a few hours, and then we're gonna go and explore. We are passing like a local market. It's a bit interesting to see these things, so I thought I'm just gonna record and show you. So as we're walking to our accommodation, we are observing the natural habitats of how people park their cars. For example, these, you're not supposed to park here, technically, but nobody really cares. And there's a lot of this that we already seen on our short walk. So what we're looking at is a temple of Hercules Victor here on the left, and this is a different building which I forgot the name because it was in Italian, and here apparently that's where the cattle market used to be. That's what I found. We have ditched our luggages, and not actually where we're staying, but like at the different hotel, just their friends or something. And then we are on a mission to find something to eat and a drink, and my brother knows a spot, so well, we'll check it out. This is Teatro Marcello. We are approaching the monument to Victor Emmanuel II. I think we're coming to the side. There's many steps. Look at this, see him? The horse, I think it's that horse. There's a horse there, like a statue, a bronze statue, that has a cool story about it. But I'll see which one it is. If you feel like climbing all these stairs, go for it. But we're not doing it right now. Right now it's food time. A tip when you're on crossing like roads in Rome, you do not have priority. Nobody cares. So you do need to really watch out because they just go for it. As you can see, this bus, okay, he actually stopped. This one goes around. So this is the horse I told you about, and basically what happened is that once they finished building it, that the people who were working on it actually had dinner inside of the horse. Like they had a table put in and everything. So that's how big this is, just for reference. Apparently, the spot that my brother found is actually here. So up somewhere up. Also, there's like you have guards here. I don't know if you can see that. And I don't know when the change of guard is, but I know it happens. That's the view from on top of the monument. This is the horse I was pointing out. This Pantheon, and that is the St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. This is the view. So here we have a view from the terrace, and we can see the Colloseum there. And the rest here. Food has arrived. We have the crudo? No. What was this called? What was this called? Crostina, cortina, I don't know, whatever. That's and a glass of wine. The terrace you just saw, that was up there. And now we are next to Forum Romanum, which we will be visiting, I think tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Colloseum, and normally we also will do Forum Romanum. We are actually passing the Colloseum on our way to pick up our luggage and go to our accommodation, but we are coming to the Colloseum tomorrow. We have tickets booked for... Is this a line? Looks like a line. Anyway, we have tickets booked for the Colloseum and for the attic part of it. I think for like 11 or something like that. So we will be back here. We have the Colloseum for the side, and this is the art of Constantine. Yeah. So this is where we're coming tomorrow, and I think we're gonna go somewhere there because we have the attic tickets that we purchased, but more to follow tomorrow. So we are crossing the Tiber River to get to our hotel, which is there, and the Jewish quarter is somewhere there. We're still gonna visit it, but now we're gonna get to our hotel to leave our luggages and do some basic grocery shopping. And there's Dico just patiently waiting. Our first day here, and we're gonna go to Tiger to do some grocery shopping, and there's big kinders, but we're gonna be brave. We are getting cookies. There's no name. It's very busy.
Like a midnight snack.
Yeah.
Look at them cookies. Smells like cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Welcome to day 2 of my vlog in Rome. If I didn't make sense in my previous clips, so like from afternoon and evening, excuse me, but I actually got an ill. So I have like a fever and sore throat and all these things. So in case I was incoherent, that is the reason. But yesterday we still went out for dinner because my parents arrived because they had their flight later, And today we have Colloseum planned, so I had to get up and just go with it, even if I don't really feel like it. But yeah, I'm getting ready and we're gonna go to Colloseum, and I'm gonna show you a little bit, and then I'll tell you about how to get tickets, when to get tickets, and yeah, all the good stuff. So yeah, please keep watching. So I'm not sure if I showed it to you yesterday when we were walking, but this is called the Arch of Janus, and I can maybe add a bit more info in the voiceover later, but this is only open once a week. We are here on a Saturday, so that means on Saturdays you can visit it. So a fun fact about the about the Arch of Janus is that Janus had a temple in Forum Romanum. It's not there anymore, but apparently my brother told me that fun fact, that there was a door in that temple, and the door would only be closed in a time of peace, which apparently only happened like 2 or 3 times, so not often at all. So yeah, but unfortunately it's no longer there, so we can't see how it looked like. Okay, so we are waiting for the elevator that's behind us. With the full experience for the attic, you first go to the elevator and you first check the attic site, and then you can visit the other part of the Colosseum. And also because it's 8th of March, we actually got a refund, me and my mom, because normally it's for free on the International Women's Day, so extra 48 euro for us. Alright, we have walls are brick, and between is Roman concrete, which apparently hardens in water, in the water conditions, which I didn't know. And we have volcanic rock. And here we have the first view of the Colosseum from above, which we already saw from the elevator, which is really great. If you can get tickets to the elevator, I definitely recommend. And we are now and one second. And also apparently all the arches were numbered, so when people would get tickets, you would have the entrance number and the arch number, and that's how they would manage the seating accommodation. Okay, this is the view at the top, which is incredible. This is the Constantine Arch. There we have the Forum Romanum, where we're going to be going. I mean, there we have a lot more things. I mean, this is there you can see where we were yesterday, there at that terrace that I showed you. And here they're building a metro. And by the way, this is the queue to, if you want to buy a ticket to the Colosseum. And I think it's turning around here, so it is quite busy, just saying. And if you have a ticket, you just come here, they check your tickets and you're in. Okay, here is a pretty good view of the Colosseum, and just to give you an idea of what the kind of tickets are, so we are in the attic, it's called Attico. And we are here at the top, and we're also going to go all the way there, I think. Then you have like the most common one is there. You can get to the arena, and those you can get like a week up front still. The attic usually a month up front, to be honest. And if you want to go there underground, it's also usually a month up front. And just some extra info is that at the bottom, so the best seats would be for very wealthy people, for the senators, and then the higher you would go up, the less wealthy you were, or you were a woman, because women also were seen as a bit of, lesser sort, let me call it like that. So they were basically sitting at the top. Okay, I am following the rest of my group, aka my family, because we're going up to the spot that I pointed out for even better view. Just saying, the steps are quite steep, so a bit of an FYI. So this is the view from the very top. Pretty impressive, shall I say. Oh yeah, and that is the Palatine Hill. I don't know what I said earlier. Romanum is more that way. And here, by the way, are some reconstructed seats, just to give you an idea how they would look like. This, you might know it, it's the best place to take a picture of the Colloseum from the outside. Very busy there, people are like also going behind the barrier and stuff, so, but yeah. And we are inside. Also really busy. The streets are actually closed. Don't know why, but they are closed. So in terms of difficulty of buying tickets, the attico where we are now is the most difficult one. Then is the underground basement, which again, like mentioned, are like a month up front, and you really need to hunt for them and be ready to purchase at any time. And then a week for the arena. Wow. Here we have the elevator. We are waiting for it to come back. That's the view. So as you can see, apparently it had a roof, and it's also how it looked before. 52 meters tall, and the roof was retractable, so you could fold it depending on the needs. The arena could hold between 40 and 70,000 people. So here you can see some pictures of how they would transform the arena, and how the whole machinery basically was underground and invisible to the spectators. So you would have these flaps where people would come out of and lions would come out of. So yeah, here you have the gladiators jumping out, and they would basically prepare everything underground. So here you have a bit of an overview of the hierarchy and how people will be seated, and the best ones of course were at the bottom. And also the entrance was free, but you couldn't get the tickets, you couldn't ask for them, but you were kind of just given the tickets. So yeah, that's how it worked. Fun fact, apparently there was a project to have a church in the Colloseum. There's some sketches here, and it was made in The Hague in 1725. This is how the Colloseum looked like, right? It's a model of the Colloseum at the end of the 18th century. Also, it is quite busy at this point, and also people have backpacks, which we thought are not allowed, so we were a bit confused. But at these levels, it's a bit more busy because I think everyone can have access here. So of course, I am looking for postcards, and I'm going very simple, traditional, because I also want to get other postcards in Rome itself. But there's many more things you can get. Some cool guides I saw, but they were quite pricey. Now from the bottom, this is the entrance to the Colloseum. If you have tickets, you go here, and you have to have the line on your left and the art behind you. So here you can see, if you have a ticket, you go here, get scanned, and then you enter and go to the left. This is clearly the influencer spot, picture spot, and also traffic. There you have also people that are taking pictures. I showed you that before from the top. Yes. So we just had our drinks with a view of Colloseum. Well, we were inside. It was alright. Biga? It's called something like that. We had some Aperol and some wine. We paid €50 for 5 people, so it's alright. Something you need to watch out a lot around very touristy spots like this one is scammers. People offering you power banks, selfie sticks, water even. Just best idea is just to ignore it and don't get dragged into their scam. People with bracelets offering you free bracelets, putting it on your hand, and then of course you need to pay for it, and then it can become a problem. So best tactic is just ignore it or say no thank you. They should leave you alone, but it is something to watch out for when you're in these really busy touristic spots. We have climbed up to the Palatine Hill, and we are now like in the gardens, sightseeing. I think we're gonna get a really cool view in a moment. This place is also huge, so there's a lot to discover. Here we have the Temple of Vesta, or well, what's left of it, of course. So here's the different view on the temple, and men were not allowed back in the day. Only, I think it was called Pontius Maximus, who was like the biggest, most important person at that time, I think. Religiously, I'm not sure. Here is where Caesar was cremated, because they wouldn't bury the dead, but they would burn their bodies. Okay, so actually this part, this is Forum Romanum, this piece of land, so to say, and this up here is where they would do speeches. Okay, so here we have something that's called Millarium Aureum, and this is the remains of a monument that was erected in 20 BC. And basically from this place, distances between Rome and other provinces of the empire were calculated. It's kind of like a starting point kind of for measurements for like Roman miles. This is where we just had the piece of pizza you saw, Pizza Florida. So yeah, they had good reviews on Google Maps, and the pieces were like €2 to €3 per piece basically. So here you have like a cat sanctuary, and there are cats fighting there under the stairs. Oh, there's a third one that's joining the fight. Oh, there's 4 of them. Okay, there's many more than I thought. And this one is just observing them like, okay, yeah, what is happening? There we go. So I would say the cats have quite a bit of space to roam around, as you can tell. Okay, maybe a bit more interesting fact than just that the cats are here. This is where Julius Caesar was killed, on those steps over there that you can see. Yeah. We decided to try and go to the Pantheon since we're quite close, and they're still open for like an hour and a half or something, so we'll see how busy it is. The tickets can be bought there, because now it's €5 to enter. It used to be for free. So this bookshop is huge. I will show you in a moment the name of it, but I'm getting myself and my mom a bookmark, and then for myself a postcard. But as you can see, there is a lot here. And this is the name of the bookshop. It's probably a chain, so you can probably see it somewhere else as well. It's around 5 p.m. and the tickets are sold out. Just to show you, we are in front of Pantheon, but we will come back different day. We just thought, okay, we're in the area, let's see. But it is sold out, so we're gonna go somewhere else. Well, probably get like coffee or whatever. So I just went to this cute shop, Legami Milano, and I just bought all things pandas. So it's just like a full of random crap. We have ended up at Piazza Navona. We're gonna find a place to sit down and have a drink, I think. So we are at this place, Camilo, at Piazza Navona, and we are getting some cocktails before we go out somewhere else to get dinner. So we have cocktails, some food as well, but we're only gonna do cocktails here.